Trump did a town hall with Fox News in Iowa, and it's just his latest display of pettiness, but also, honestly, political smarts, because he was counter-programming against what was supposedly the real Republican debate on CNN.
The thing we covered, which maybe we should have covered Trump.
I mean, honestly, I'm curious about the ratings differences. We shall see that in the coming days. But Trump did a Fox News town hall when CNN did the debate between DeSantis and Nikki Haley. And here's an anti-abortion voter in Iowa asking Trump about his stance on abortion. And you see him wrestling with the desire to get elected and this zealot who is asking him a question about his abortion stance, and he just kind of like train of thought runs through it in his response to her.
From Ogden. Yeah. There she is. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
Are you decided leaning towards one person or another?
Oh, we've all got leanings here in Iowa. Yes. Yeah, well, for me, it all comes down to this question.
Sure. Okay.
So between you, sir, President Trump, and Ron DeSantis, because you both talk a lot about pro-life, your record, and that's my number one issue, and the cry of my heart is justice for all people.
Good,
and I've been, vocal and celebrating with you all of your pro-life victories from the past. But then in this campaign, you've also blamed pro-lifers for some of the GOP losses around the country, and you called heartbeat laws like Iowa's terrible. And so I'd just like some clarity on this, because it's such an important question to me.
Okay.
I'd like for you to reassure me that you can protect all life, every person's right to life, without compromise.
So that's a great question. I appreciate it too. You wouldn't be asking that question, even talking about the issue, because for 54 years they were trying to get Roe v. Wade terminated, and I did it, and I'm proud to have done it. They wanted to get it back, right? You wouldn't have that. There would be no question. Nobody else was going to get that done but me.
Yeah.
And we did it, and we did something that was a miracle. When I walked onto the stage today, a gentleman in the back, probably works for Fox, nice guy, said, "Sir, I'd like to thank you." I said, "For what?" He said, "You saved 2 million lives in the last 3 years. You saved 2 million lives." And I said, "Thank you very much." I knew exactly what he meant. 2 million lives.
Right. He had to ask.
Nobody's done more in that regard. Now, I happen to be for the exceptions, like Ronald Reagan with the life of the mother, rape, incest.
Not popular with this.
I just have to be there. I think probably 78% or so, Paul, about 78%. It was Ronald Reagan. He was for it. I was for it. But I will say this. You have to win elections. Otherwise, you're going to be back where you were, and you can't let that ever happen again. You got to win elections. If you look at it, Ron DeSantis, I don't know what he really believes, because you never know with a politician, and he's just another politician as far as I'm concerned. But his poll numbers have gone down to a level that he's going to be out of the race very soon. He's going to be out very soon. I watched him last night. He's standing up with his shoes, his fancy shoes. He's going to be out of the race within, a lot of people say before New Hampshire. I don't know if that were the reason. I hope it wasn't the reason. I hope it's for other reasons. I can see a lot of other reasons why he shouldn't be. But he's doing very, very poorly. It happened to coincide with that, because a lot of people say if you talk 5 or 6 weeks, a lot of women don't know if they're pregnant in 5 or 6 weeks. I want to get something where people are happy. This has been tearing our country apart for 50 years. Nobody's been able to do anything. And again, you can only ask that question, and you ask it brilliantly, and I understand exactly where you're coming from. I love where you're coming from. But we still have to win elections. And they've used this. We have some great Republicans, and they're great on the issue, and you would love them on the issue. And a lot of them have just been decimated in the election, decimated. I mean, absolutely.
Because that shit ain't popular.
So we're going to come up with something that people want and people like.
Trust me.
I would love you to. First of all, you have to go with your heart. Okay, you have to go with your heart first. Go with your heart.
All right, so we get it. He rambles a little bit more.
I find that a little hard to follow. What about you guys?
Yeah, It's just kind of, I mean, he's the king of the run-on sentence, if not run-on
But that is
paragraphs.
exactly honest.
That's true.
Look, the losers you want that are going to say, yeah, blood of Christ, this or that, they lose.
Yeah,
They don't win.
that's why I found that clip
Turn off. Yeah.
interesting, because Trump knows, like, he was the first guy in, I think, the 2016 primary to one, he was talking about, like, it was a right-wing faux populist version of what Bernie was talking about corruption and campaign donors and things like that, which I think resonated. And when Bernie dropped out, that was one of the first actually events that I covered, if not the first one, a press conference at Trump at TYT when I just joined, a press conference at Trump Tower where he was saying how Bernie was right about all of these things about politicians and corruption, and he kind of embraced that because he has a good sense as a crowd surfer of what is popular with a lot of people. And the abortion thing, it's so clear. Like, he says in exceptions because he has to, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't care about abortion. And we know that in the substance, exceptions are meaningless. They're just meant to water down the public image of the barbarity of these anti-abortion laws. But, like, he is not gonna get pigeonholed into being an ideologue about this when he knows it's a losing issue. And he's done the same thing by saying he won't cut Social Security and Medicare too, when all the other Republicans were either dancing around the issue or were in favor of it.
Yeah, look, I know where you're coming from. You're coming from never having been out of Davenport, Iowa. And I love that about you. But guess what? I talked to some people that actually know how to win some elections. People are saying that we should actually play the whole thing out. So,
Well, because he does later bring up Hillary Clinton for some reason.
I just want to say, I hate how smug Iowans are about, like, their place as the first primary state. Like, she was just like, yeah, we all have our leanings here. It's like, yeah, we get it. Like, you got to get to vote first.
Right. Yeah. You get to choose in between, like, which, person hates Muslim people more.
yeah, we all love
Congrats.
about Iowans.
Yeah.
Between that and, like, the state fair, you got two things going for you.
Heart, your mind, go with it. But you do also have to put in there a little bit. You have to win elections. But if it weren't for me with Roe v. Wade, you wouldn't even be talking about this up. You wouldn't be asking that question because we'd right back. I remember this. They're the radicals. We're not the radicals because they'll kill a baby. Remember I had the debate with crooked Hillary Clinton, which I don't call her crooked anymore. I use it now for Joe Biden, as you know. I call her beautiful Hillary. She's a beautiful woman. But in the debate with Hillary Clinton, I said, she's willing to rip the baby out of the womb in the 9th month. And I never heard this. It happened to me. It just came to me during that debate. I didn't go up there thinking I was going to say that.
Oh, it just came to you.
And she even winced. Nobody wants to see that happening
insane thing to
after a
say.
certain period of time. Nobody. They're the radicals because they're willing to kill the baby in 8 months, 9 months, or even after birth. If you remember the former governor of Virginia where he said, you kill the baby after the 9th month or even...
No, we didn't.
I'm going to take a break.
Hillary Clinton's really busy in between, burying...
Let me in there. I'll take it out.
Burying Seth Rich and all of the evidence surrounding that, and going into hospitals.
I'll take it out myself.
And being very beautiful while she does it.
I won't even scrub up.
Decapitating the babies after they come out of the womb. She's got a busy schedule.
She personally performs every 9-month abortion herself. She just rips them right out like a Mortal Kombat fatality. Gross.
Beautiful Hillary.
I call her beautiful Hillary because she's a beautiful woman. God,
so the beautiful thing's sarcastic, right? Because he's saying she's not hot.
I think so, yeah.
Right.
I don't think it's a compliment.
Yeah.
How about she's ripping those babies out, I guess. I don't know like what he's into.
I mean, she just does it in one fluid motion. It's like her mechanics for baby murder are just through the roof.